witness. Some have not arrived at faith but have allowed me to present their stories in process. The hardest part was selecting a few stories to include, since there are hundreds more to be told of God's amazing works in reclaiming our generation as His family. I've written this book primarily for leaders, church leaders, small group leaders, and ministry leaders, to help them create a come-as-you-are culture to bridge the chasm between the church and our postmodern world. Yet I believe No Perfect People Allowed gives a unique insight into the struggle for faith that will benefit everyone, skeptics and believers alike. You will see in vivid detail how God meets seeking people in mysterious, unique ways, and you will see how no one is too far away or too far gone for God's loving reach. Whoever you are, I pray this book inspires in you a confidence that God is still at work in our generation. I pray you are motivated to action so that we may see His story continue to unfold through His church for generations to come. My desire in writing is to tell God's story about His work in one church for our generation. I'm amazed at God's great work and what He's showing us. This is simply a gift we've received that we share, and so we pass on what we received in the hope that others might receive the same gift from God. My prayer for this book is that God might use it to give His greatest gift to our generation, and the next, through His church. Chapter 1. The Struggle for Emerging Generations. The First Corinthian Church of America. Look around you. Vast fields are ripening all around us and are ready now for the harvest. Jesus, John 4:35. NLT. Do not be deceived. Neither the sexually immoral, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor male prostitutes, nor homosexual offenders, nor thieves, nor the greedy, nor drunkards, nor slanderers, nor swindlers will inherit the kingdom of God. And that is what some of you were. 1 Corinthians 6:9-11. What do a Buddhist, a biker couple, a gay rights activist, a transient, a high-tech engineer, a Muslim, a 20-something single mom, a Jew, a couple living together, and an atheist all have in common? They are the future church in America. Most of them are in their 20s or 30s and became followers of Christ in the past 5 years. Many are now leading others in our church. This is the generation the church must reach if it is to survive. It is an eclectic generation on a winding, wayward spiritual quest, and the church has an incredible opportunity to be a guide for the journey. But time is running out. Unless Christians leading the church in America change, and unless the church begins living out the magnetic, attractive force Jesus had on the world, the Christian church in America will be completely marginalized within decades. So, what will it take to become the kinds of Christian leaders in the kinds of churches and ministries and small groups that will truly impact emerging post-Christian America? What will it take to turn the tide that is washing the church off the map of our country? What kind of culture will captivate and compel emerging generations? How do we become the kinds of attractive Christ followers who draw spiritual seekers into the family of God like Jesus did? This book seeks to answer these questions. I hope painting a picture of what God is doing through His church will help you see how you can experience the invisible Jesus made visible through His body, your local church. But I must warn you up front. Doing church like this is a mess, but it's a beautiful mess. Lana came in late. The strained look on her face and the redness of her eyes immediately betrayed her. Something was wrong. Brad's not coming. He's using again. The words flooded from her mouth with a flow of tears as soon as she reached the safety of our small group. Inside, Lana couldn't believe she was telling all to a church group. Yet she had never found such love and acceptance. When they first came to Gateway, Brad and Lana were seeking support. In their late 20s with 2 kids, it felt like they were slowly unraveling on all sides. Parenting challenges, job challenges, and years of drug abuse still stalking in the shadows. Invited